Welcome to our Nini SR channel.
I got up and went to take a cold shower. It took me 30 minutes to get a good shower. Whenever I touched my body, it took me to the moment I tried to forget. It took another 15 minutes to calm myself from the panic of remembering the past. After 45 minutes of washing myself, I wore my bathrobe and went to my closet to get my favorite yellow polo shirt with black jeans. I folded the sleeve of that shirt to see yellow written in black. As I placed my clothes in bed, I went to blow my hair on a hairdryer as I saw my reflection in the mirror. I took my phone from bed and saw a message received from my Magic. I lay on the bed having a blush on my face and starting at his message saying, "Good noon." Even though I know it's just a casual message, every single message I get from him gives goosebumps, maybe because of the feeling I had for him. Me to my Magic. How about having lunch out? My Magic to me. Sure. Me to my Magic. Pick you in an hour. Okay? My Magic to me. Okay. Meet you soon. I blush as I look at the word soon. He doesn't know how many years I have waited for this soon. Since I still have an hour, I just lie and scroll through my IG account. Yes, I have an IG account. I should have to have a social media account. It is mostly for my friends and family. And I went to work on some work-based mail. It's a good thing I got to find who tried to drown my company last week. Just because I have 20% of the share, I can't say it's my company. It's a good thing we caught that spy who was trying to get information about our company's new product launch. At first, I thought Jack was one of the guests who tried to mess with me in the name of love, but now I get why he tries to get close to me. I don't know where he gets that courage to think his small company can fight against mine. Now he didn't even have his own company. Ever since I got into this huge empire, the first thing I learned was never trust anyone who tries to get close to me. It's all for money or power. People say, being a billionaire's daughter, I can get anything I want. Yes, I can get whatever I want, I even get so many things I always want. But two things I can't have: freedom and trust. Since I have been away from my family, they may think I have freedom. But no, I never had freedom the moment I got into that family. I even knew where the cameras were placed in this house, and even if I went out of this place, they would always get that. Even if I went somewhere alone, I always had to have a spy cam on me. They always get to monitor me going wherever I go. At first, it was normal. I have to have a bodyguard wherever I go. After I get kidnapped at 20, they implant a tracking chip on me. The good thing about that chip is, I no longer need a bodyguard and I didn't need to inform you about where I am. My Magic. I'm ready. Oh, shit. It's 2:10 p.m. I had to pick him up at 2 p.m. I quickly changed into my dress and I combed my hair to put it in a semi-ponytail. I grab my keys and phone and try not to trip on stairs. I opened my garage door and went to get on my black baby as I looked at the canvas boards on the corner. I should start work on other pieces. I started the engine and went to stop in front of his place and honked. Since I knew he was ready, I didn't have to call him. When I honked again, his front door opened as he said, "Coming." Oh my god! Is he the same guy who tried to avoid me when we met at a bar years ago? He hops into the passenger seat and says hi. Hi. Ready to go. I ask as much as I try to control myself from gawking him. Oh my god, he looks so good. He nodded as he put on his seat belt. I started driving and tried to stop looking at him. I didn't even know the color of his shirt, it looked good on him. His black hair, his deep black eyes make him more handsome. After my mother moves us from old family to a new billionaire family, I try every treatment to get my color sight back, but it's all end hopeless. So, I just remember the base colors like red, yellow, blue, green. But I use a color detector when I use colors on my paintings, or I ask my friends to explain the color. We both stayed silent till we arrived. I got used to his silence. I also like his silence. It took 20 minutes to reach Tom's restaurant. He is the only person in Bali I can get close to, because he is my brother's old friend. I parked my baby, then we both got down and went inside. Even if it's not a fancy restaurant, it has an elegant ambience. I can feel his body tense as he saw people. I took him to the last table, which was far from people. When we both take seats opposite to each other, I can see shoulder relaxed. After I assured him was safe, I slightly let my knee touch his knee. He might think I'm a creepy something, but I want to see how good this building is with colors.
Hi. Princess. What would you guys like to have?
Here comes Tom. He owns this restaurant, but I don't know why he always comes to serve me. Nev looked at me, then looked at Tom as he ordered his food. Before I ordered my food, Tom went away as a smirk played on his lips. It's always like this, he always serves me some random food for me. He never lets me order whenever I get there.
Do you know him?
Nev asked curiously. Oh, he hears something. Yes. He is my brother's friend.
Oh. I think he likes you.
He said as he looked in the direction Tom went. No way. Yes, he can't like me. No way.
See, he was still looking at you, he even calls you princess.
He pointed his look toward Tom on the bill counter. I turned to see Tom looking at our side, but he didn't look at me, he was looking at... Oops. He's not looking at me. And the place we went last week, Closet in the Woods. It was his ex-boyfriend he owns. They broke up 2 weeks ago, I said, looking at Tom. When I turned to see Nev, his eyes widened as get why Tom was looking in our direction. I chuckled at his reaction. Once the server serves our foods, we both eat as we talk. He told me about how he felt embarrassed when he woke up on his couch in the morning. When I get a text from Tom asking if he is Nev single. I asked Nev for his opinion. He said he's not interested. After I paid, I suggested a movie. At first, he hesitated, then he said okay. I know why he hesitates, but I said selfishly, I wanted to watch a movie with him. I just want to do so many things with him. Since it's typical Wednesday evening, there are not so many people inside the theater. I didn't know anything about movies, so I let him choose. He chose a rom-com movie, as I stayed close to him. We paid for tickets and brought some snacks as we walked inside. He walked with me as his forearm touched mine. I can feel his agitation through his touch. When I asked him why he chose this movie, he was planning to watch this movie since he watched its trailer. Once we got seated, I saw half of the theater filled. Because of my selfish desire, I took him with me, so I stayed as close to him till the end of the movie. It's my first time I watched a movie with color after I lost my color sight. Even if I am excited, I never leave his hand. At midway, I felt his fingers intertwined with mine as hold. Goosebumps passed through my whole body. I feel butterflies' effects on my stomach. When the movie closed to end, he whispered in my ear, saying let's leave late. I nodded. As the movie ends, people start to leave, but we stay seated and intertwined our hands. After everyone left, he stood and held me. He turns to look at me as our hands still hold. He took one step toward me and looked into my eyes. He took another step, as close our distance, as close to me, as slightly turned his face to the side of my face, as whispered in my ear,
Can I hug you?
I gulped and nodded instantly. He holds my wrist in one hand as he places his other on my waist and pulls me toward him to close the distance between us. He places his head on my shoulder. He held me like this for a minute, which felt like an hour. He mumbled thank you as he pulled away from me. Oh, no. I pulled him as I cupped his face with both my hands and closed the distance between our faces. I feel him breathing on my face as close the distance between our lips. I collided my lips with his lips. It's like everything around me frozen as I feel him on my lips.